By early July, Britain will have a new government. And this government, like all new governments, will want to put its own plans into practice, spend more, undertake new initiatives, and that, of course, needs money. And the question is, how will the new government pay for its plans? One alternative, the politically easiest alternative, is to borrow more. But as we learned with the terrible episode of the mini budget a couple of years ago, there are limits, even for a rich and developed country like Britain, on how much the government can borrow. But there is a better way. There are ways of raising money in a sustainable and stable way, and that is by changing the way property is taxed in Britain. I know this is politically unpopular, it is unlikely to be put into practice, but let me at least put it on the table for debate. In this country, there's something called the council tax, but the council tax is in fact much smaller than the equivalent property tax will be in a country like the United States. And in addition, there's a tax that you pay when you buy a house called a stamp tax, which in effect taxes mobility, and it is very inefficient because it can lock people into a house which is the wrong house for them. It can be too big or too small, too expensive, etc., etc. So what should a government do? It should abolish the stamp tax, create a new property tax, unlike the current council tax, at much higher rates, and with a new tax compensate the foregone revenue that would go away when you eliminate the stamp tax, and in addition, raise new monies to fund public investment, which is sorely needed in Britain. I know it's politically difficult. I know the chances of this idea being put into practice are low, but I thought I would put it on the table for discussion because I think at least it is a good idea, economically efficient and socially fair.